What's good, guys? Kid FC. I'm back with another video. Today we have something special. We're going to be talking about something that a lot of kids don't really do, and I feel like this is an extremely important skill to master because it improves your first touch. And as you guys know, in soccer, if you have a good first touch, you're going to be able to have more time on the ball. If my first touch is far away from my body like this, the defender is going to easily be able to take that ball and, take it away from me and do whatever he wants to do with it. If my first touch was clean and it's in front of me like this, I'm going to be able to do whatever I want with the ball. I'm the one that's in control of it. So having control of that ball is extremely important. And what's the best way to improve your ball control skills? Yeah, you guessed it, juggling. So the more you can practice juggling and getting a feel for the ball, the better you're going to be with it. When you're juggling, you're getting a feel of how the ball works, right? So the more you juggle, the more you can understand what happens when you hit certain parts of the ball. If I'm hitting it from this side, it's going to go towards my left side. But if I'm hitting it from this side, obviously it's going to go towards this side. So the more you work with it, the more you practice the skill, the better you're going to be at it. And then you're going to notice that in the games, when that ball's coming at you, you can kind of predict where your first touch is going to be based on how much juggling you've been doing. So the more juggling you're doing, the more better your first touch is going to be in front of you. You're going to be able to do exactly what you want to do, exactly how you want to do it. Juggling is extremely important because as you're getting higher into the levels and you start playing against better competition, you're going to have less time on that ball. So the quicker you can receive that ball and have it under control in front of you and be able to manipulate it the way that you want to, take it towards the left, for example, take it towards the right, for example. The faster you can do these things, the more successful you're going to be on the field. Now let's talk a little bit about why juggling is going to improve your first touch. The reason why juggling improves your first touch is because the more you do this and the more you practice, the more you're going to understand how the ball works in certain surfaces of your foot. You can understand how to use different surfaces. So for example, you can use the inside of your foot. There's different surfaces that you can use when you're juggling. You can even do the outside of the foot, right? So even with the outside of the foot, the more you play with it and the more you work with it, the better you're going to get. So, you can juggle with any surface of the foot, and it's going to be extremely helpful for when that ball comes in towards you and you have to use the inside, for example. As that ball comes up, I have to get over the ball and I'm going to be able to receive it under control because I'm used to using that surface as I'm juggling. So you're just basically playing around with the ball and getting a feel for it, so that in a game when the situation's going to happen and you got a pass, boom, you're going to be able to trap it right in front of you. No mistakes given, perfect amount of time, right? I have that ball, I'm already scanning forward, I can see my teammates, I can do anything that I want. But the main important thing is that you have the ability to control that ball perfectly. And that's going to come with more touches on the ball, as juggling is meant for, right? Getting touches on the ball, getting a feel for it, getting it under control to a point where basically I can manipulate the ball wherever I want it to go. I want it to go to the left, boom, it goes to the left. I want it to go to the right, boom, it goes to the right. That's the idea behind juggling. And a lot of kids don't really understand that. A lot of the kids say, oh, we don't really use juggling in a game. But the problem is you're not going to use juggling in the game. But the idea, the concept behind it is going to make you a better player. Having complete control of that ball is going to make you a better player. If you're able to manipulate the ball the way that you want it to go, that's going to make you a better player. If I can take a good first touch into a direction, it's going to lead me to make more successful plays. So that's the reason why it's extremely important. A lot of kids don't really understand it, and they always say, oh, there's no point of juggling. Juggling has no use in a game. But I just proved to you why it's extremely important. So please take it into consideration. Juggle as much as you can, and the more you juggle, the better you're going to be with the ball. And then eventually, you're going to be able to juggle like this, right? Let me teach you guys how to improve your juggling skills. Caught the ball, kicked it, caught it, right? Ball, kicked it, caught it. Dropped it, kicked it, caught it. And I just got consistently did that. I'm seeing a lot of the kids, like, I'm talking like maybe 3-4 years old. What they do is they go like this. This is incorrect. You should not be juggling like that. You should not be practicing like that. What you want to practice on is hitting this surface with your foot, even your toes. Ball's coming up, boom, catch. It's coming up, boom, catch. Just get into a consistent rhythm where you're hitting it, catching it, dropping it, hitting it, catching it, with both feet, of course. Because you want to practice with that weak foot as well as your strong foot. So boom, catch. Eventually, as you start getting into a rhythm and you're able to consistently do it, just boom, 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 consistently do that. Now what you're going to be working on is kicking it, letting the ball bounce, kicking it again, letting the ball bounce, kicking it. Now, after a while, once you get into a consistent rhythm with this, maybe you can get like maybe 20 or 30 in a row, that's when you're going to start practicing just juggling, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Now notice how I'm kicking it and dropping my foot, kicking it and dropping my foot, kicking it and dropping my foot. A lot of the time I'm seeing some kids, when they're juggling, they're going like this. This is not the correct way to juggle when you're starting off. Of course, you can still juggle like that. It takes a little more skill, to like have a balance on one foot and juggle. But the thing is you want to practice getting that consistent rhythm, right? So that ball's coming into you, and you're just, practicing with both feet, putting that foot down. This is the most effective way for you to juggle when you're starting out. When you're starting to juggle, it's going to be extremely difficult. It's not going to be easy, and that's obviously how it's going to be. I'm going to cut it quick, cut it clean. I'm going to tell you guys the truth right now. Juggling is a hard skill. something that takes time to master. It's not going to come in one day. It's not going to come in 1 week. It's not going to come in 2 months. What I can say is, if you can practice 15 minutes a day, I'm guaranteeing that you're going to see a dramatic increase of improvement in your juggling and in your first touch as well, obviously. The way that juggling works is, let's think about it as a graph, right? I'm going to put a graph right here. This is the graph. Starts down here. Your skill level of juggling is going to start down here. The skill is going to be exponential, but that's after you get months in of practice. So it's going to look like this. The graph is going to be straight, and then eventually, maybe after like your first month, first and a half, you're going to start growing a little bit. Then that second month, that's when you're going to see exponential growth. So it's going to look like this, a straight line. Your skills aren't really going to develop. You're going to be like, oh, this is wasting my time. I'm not really developing. But after that second month, I'm guaranteeing your skill level is going to rise like crazy. It's literally going to take a steep skyrocket, steep increase, and you're going to be able to improve your skills and improve your first touch. So I'm guaranteeing 15 minutes a day, and you're going to be best juggler on your team for sure, if you're taking it for like a 2 months time period. Now, I'll tell you about my story with juggling. Basically, I had a coach named Sasha, and it was basically a summer camp. We would do 5 trainings in every single week. We do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This was during winter and summer break. The coach would make us run around actually this park. This actual park is where we started training, or where I started training with him. Anyways, we would run all the way around here, all the way around the park. We would make 1 big lap or 2 small laps on the small field, if you guys are aware or recognize Sherman Oaks Park. Basically, after that, we would go immediately to juggling. We would juggle for I think 15 to 20 minutes, just getting that ball up, getting consistent touches on that ball. And as you guys expected, the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I wasn't able to do anything. I had no skills. I would drop the ball after 2 or 3, but I didn't give up. That's the main thing. I didn't give up. I decided to continuously practice, and I just kept on getting the ball up, right? Kept on getting the ball. Boom, it dropped. Again, I would pick it up and juggle again. I juggle again, it dropped. Boom, it juggled again. And I would just get a consistent rhythm. Practice for like 20 minutes nonstop. I would just focus on that skill and get a quick rhythm. And eventually, after the second week, I started to notice that my skills were getting a lot better. I was able to maybe get like 50, 60, something like that. Then we stopped. Although we stopped the camp, I still, on my own time, was juggling and getting a feel of the ball, getting practice and stuff. During the summer, I got a lot better compared to everyone else because I was putting that extra work. On my free time, I was juggling, doing extra. And then that summer, I was like the best in the group. And I managed to get like 4,200 juggles, something around that, 4,256 juggles. And
thank you for watching. 500. Like, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sweating like crazy right now.
And his hash record is 4,000, just to tell you. Right, bro?
4,256?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Basically, I was just ahead of everyone else because I was able to put that time and work. And a lot of people took a break during that time. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. The more you can practice, the more you can put in that time and effort. I'm guaranteeing you guys 15 minutes a day, just getting that ball up, getting consistent touches, and you're going to be ahead of everyone else. And that's my story behind it. Leave in the comments down below how many juggles you can do. Really interested to see how you guys are doing. Let me know if this video helped you guys out. I really hope that you guys learned something and understand why juggling is important. And if you guys want to add more comments down below about reasons why you should juggle, or maybe some things I haven't covered, you can put it down below.
So thank you for watching. Peace.
Make a like.
Like, comment, and favorite. Do everything you can to make this channel go to the top. Okay?
Please.
Hope you guys like.
Please.